Well, we obviously, I'm sure you heard a little bit, but we were, talking to Doug and just saying, how the atmosphere energy has been really good. Steve, you've been here forever. Just how would you describe kind of the differences between spring practices?
Well, the first thing I could touch on is the change in nutrition and how that affects our bodies. I feel like that gives us a lot more energy to do what we want to do. We practice in the morning, but I feel like that extra breakfast that we get, the water that we drink, I feel like will translate over to when it gets hot outside. So I feel like that's just one big change that we had that I wish we had, back then. But yeah.
Do you feel like there's more accountability too?
For sure, yes. Our strength coach, Kaz, the first thing he did when we came in here was had an emphasis on discipline. And it was a tough pill to swallow, because, we didn't really have a lot of that before. But now, you see guys, being held accountable. No one's scared to get onto someone. And it's just good to see as a player, someone who's been here for 5 years. It's nice to see that change.
You've gotten reps at center, at guard. Do you have a preference? Where do you feel more comfortable? Where do you feel best suited?
I would like to play more guard just to expand my resume for the next level, if that's an option for me. I feel like, again, it will expand my resume, but I don't really have a preference. I like playing center, but guard, I feel like if I'm expected to go to the next level, I feel like I should, learn this new, or it's not really a new position, but, get better at the stuff that, yeah.
How much has Alon helped the group out with kind of that senior leadership too and experience?
He's helped out a lot. You have a guy who's played X amount of years at SMU, started X amount of games. He has that knowledge, he's a great leader, helping the young guys as well, helping me as well too, and the stuff that I miss. He's a great addition.
So much is being made about the quarterback battle, but just how would you kind of say both guys handle, I know you guys don't really huddle, but just handle kind of the moments and command the offense?
You have when you have a veteran player like Max, who's played X amount of years, I feel like he has a lot more, understood with, how blitzes are picked up. Not saying that Chandler has that too, but with having Max back there, it's more of a comfortable feeling. But with Chandler, he's getting those X's and O's down. He's getting to the player where he needs to get into the place that he needs to be. And I feel like, he's a really good quarterback. Both of them are. So,
I mean, do you guys kind of monitor, like, hey, how'd this guy do today? Or
not
that
really.
guy?
Honestly, I'm not even going to lie. I don't even know who's back there half the time. I just snap the ball. Yeah.
Coach Dykes has said you guys as an offensive line have been a pleasant surprise. And what's that mean to you, being one of the leaders of the group and knowing you guys have work to improve on?
We've seen a lot of, jumps from younger guys who have expanded at their role and what they can do. For example, Garrett Hayes, he's done a really good job making that transition from guard to tackle. I feel like it's a good compliment for us. I feel like that makes us feel like us as leaders are doing something right, but we still do have a lot more to go. I still got stuff I need to work on. There's other guys that still got stuff they need to work on. It's where we need to be, and I think we can get that knocked out. We've got a lot of it knocked out in the spring. We can hit that in the summer. I think we'll be good.
How much difference, I was asking Meach this, but just how much difference is there in the offense with Coach Riley and kind of his version of the air raid, so to speak?
I can't really tell much, from a center standpoint. I mean, I know that we throw the ball a lot more. One thing I do wish is, I wish we'd run the ball a little more, but, when we open up the air, we open up the ground too. So, I don't really have a preference. I just do what's asked, Let's keep going.
Well, I always ask offensive linemen, they say it's easier to block a four-man front. And now you guys get to see a three-man front. How much has that helped you as an offensive lineman and maybe you guys collectively as a group?
My first year playing, starting and actually playing, I saw a lot of four down, so that's what I was used to. And then the next year, a lot of teams just switched to three down. And I feel like us switching to three down too is very beneficial for us. Because obviously that's what we're going to see, And it wasn't a big surprise, going out to the game and feeling a new front. But having practiced this, I feel like will help us, go against these teams that run three down a lot.
So we asked Coach Meacham about this, and you've been here. Is this 5 years? You've been here 5 years?
Yeah, going on 5
years?
Going on 5.
and I'm not putting words in your mouth, but man, we see a lot of energy, a lot of people having fun. Is it fair to say that maybe it's
for
a lot
sure.
Of,
I don't know.
more
I mean,
fun than the past?
It definitely is. Again, I think one of those things is just having a lot more energy with nutrition and all that. But another thing too is, I think I touched on this on Twitter too, but just having fans here too. That's a big, real game changer for us too. You know, a lot of people don't want to mess up in front of people, so I think that's one thing too. And just the environment that we have as players, the whole discipline aspect, and the coaches just pushing you as hard as you can. You know, you get yelled at, you know, you're not going to take that any type of way. I feel like that just pushes us as a team. So.
Kind of the guy that's been a real good surprise is Dominic Williams. And kid's 17 years old still, and he's out here going in. What are your thoughts on him from an offensive line perspective?
It is awesome to see someone who just came from high school have a lot worked out in the game as he does. Usually your first year here, you kind of try to, you know, touch and feel what's good as a player, what you could do, and that just translate over years. But from what we've seen from Dom, it's just he has it down. I've said this. I feel like he's one of the best D tackles we've had come in since Ross Blacklock. So yeah, he's gonna be a really good player. We know that. We've all talked to each other about it as a offensive line. So yeah.
Steve, may not run this story until after the spring game, so I know you still got one spring practice left, but just overall, do you feel like you guys accomplished what you needed to this spring in terms of just going into the summer and getting ready for fall camp?
We've definitely gotten a lot better at a lot of things, you know, that we touched on. Again, we have a lot of goals that we have written on the board that we still need to get to, but there's a lot of things indirectly that we have fixed. So I feel like as long as we touch up on those things that we have written on the board and we get what we need to do, we look at film, we look at the stuff we need to work on, emphasize those things will be awesome.
How excited are you for tomorrow night? And a little bit different spring game than we've seen in the last 2 decades.
I know. It's going to be televised, so again, a lot of players are going to go very, very hard, but that's not really our emphasis. You know, Coach just told us, you know, to have fun, but there's also a competitive mindset you have when you have someone lined up in front of you. So you're going to see a lot of guys, you know, try their best.
Pretty cool deal to have a draft, though, and you guys
it's
not just offense going against defense.
Yeah, we had the board up here earlier with the teams on there, and we've all, you know, repped our white purple team. We have, you know, W for the white team, purple for the purple team. So it's awesome.
Who's your quarterback?
I think I have Max.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other team has Sam and Chandler. So it's going to be a cool environment. I mean, you have fans there too. It's going to be awesome.
Who's got Quentin? Do you know that?
Ooh, I think the white team does. I think the white team does.
you?
Yeah. I think we have Quentin and Kendra. So
Okay.
I know.
I thought they were supposed to split them up even.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
All right, man.
Good. I appreciate